Hey guys, and welcome to this episode of Review Flex. In this video, guys, we're going to be talking about Godzilla Minus One and the fact that it's got 100% Rotten Tomato scores. We're also going to take a look at the actual reviews themselves, guys, and see what they say. So with that, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, stay up to date with all the movie news we have going on around here. And with that down, let's jump into this Godzilla news. So guys, we're going to take a look at this article from the Sci-Fi and Fantasy Gazette. Godzilla Minus One retains perfect score on Rotten Tomatoes as more reviews are being added. So, Toho's Godzilla Minus One arrives in US theaters on December 1st. With reviews from domestic outlets now being added to Rotten Tomatoes, the movie has retained its perfect 100% score. Yeah, guys, would we expect any less? Everything that we've seen from this movie, just like all the posters, all the marketing, all the, trailers, everything for this movie, it looks like an absolute masterpiece, not just in the kaiju genre, but just as a movie as a whole. The CGI looks incredible. The human sort of tragedy element looks incredible, guys. The whole thing just looks amazing. Comes out here in the UK and Ireland December 15th, US on December 1st. Guys, cannot wait. My most anticipated movie of the year. I've waited so long to see this, guys. And these reviews being 100% on Rotten Tomatoes just goes to show that we're in for a nice surprise, guys, with this movie. But let's keep reading and see, what this article has to say. And then we're going to go over and take a look at the reviews, guys, and see what they say as well. So, Godzilla Minus One has been playing in Japanese theaters for a couple of weeks at this stage, but isn't set to roar onto the big screen in US until December 1st. So, the review embargo lifted for local outlets, and Toho's latest outing for the iconic King of Monsters has retained a perfect 100% score on Rotten Tomatoes, though it's worth noting that only 12 verdicts have been counted, so the score might well fluctuate. Even so, this is obviously a very impressive start and something none of Legendary's MonsterVerse movies have managed to accomplish. Yeah, like, a lot of people compare, obviously, the MonsterVerse to what's going on with Godzilla Minus One. Even though they're both focusing on the same character of Godzilla, I see them as both very vastly different kind of projects. The American Western version of Godzilla is more about the mythos of monsters and that kind of we hold monsters to be these kind of mythical creatures almost, and, all that kind of stuff. And that's how they kind of approach it. Whereas the Japanese Godzilla, the Toho standard Godzilla, is more about, the monster itself kind of just wreaking havoc and destruction and, all that kind of stuff. It's more clear cut in the destruction, I would say. Whereas the Western version is more like a mythical monster kind of, almost like fantasy fairy tale kind of thing, I would say. That's how I see it anyway, guys. So, during a recent interview with Deadline, director Takashi Yamazaki revealed that he initially turned down the opportunity to helm the movie because he didn't feel the technology required to bring his vision to life for Godzilla was available to his team. So the director went on to say, quote, "I've been approached several times but turned down until my team's technology was capable of expressing the Godzilla I had envisioned. After seeing Shin Godzilla," that's the movie that came out in 2016, guys. Incredible. If you haven't seen it, it's worth going to watch, guys. So after Shin Godzilla, my motivation increased and my technology evolved considerably. I was once again formally approached and decided to give it a try. Yeah, guys, proper mature filmmaking. This is a great quote from the director. He basically said that he had this vision in mind of what he wanted to do with the Godzilla movie. He didn't feel the technology, had evolved enough to make his vision of Godzilla come to life. So he held off. He turned down several, invites to create a Godzilla movie until he felt the technology could do the character justice on screen. And to wait, like that for the technology to catch up with his vision, I think it's mature filmmaking and it's great. And that's just a great way to be an artist, saying, nope, I don't want to do a disservice to the character, so I'm going to wait until I feel that my vision can be completed the way that I've got it in my mind. And I think that's a great quote coming from the director. But guys, we're going to head over to Rotten Tomatoes and we're going to check out some of these reviews. It's at 100%, so every single review we're going to read is going to be positive. But let's just dig in a little bit more and read some of those reviews and see what people are saying about it. So guys, landing over here on Rotten Tomatoes, we have Godzilla Minus One, 100%, from 12 reviews so far, guys. So let's go down. Japan is already devastated by a war when the new crisis emerge in the form of a giant monster. Yeah, boy. Okay. So let's start reading some of these reviews, guys. So we got from Variety. Much of a personal drama is serious and heartfelt, but Yamazaki always remembers we're in a B-movie monster land, just not too campy this time around. So from IGN. A rousing, spectacle-filled blockbuster, Godzilla Minus One takes the King of Monsters back to his roots in post-World War II Japan. The story is character driven, but the monster scenes are exciting and effective. From Screen International, Godzilla Minus One returns the titular beast to its roots as a metaphor for Japan's post-war anxiety and grief. I absolutely love that, guys. To set it in post-World War II Japan was such a great idea. In the process of delivering a stirring spectacle that also contains a palpable emotional undercurrent. The exact sort of scary, inspiring, super entertaining, large-scale popcorn movie we've been missing this season. Yeah, guys, so, it's just positive after positive. I mean, it's great. It's great to hear. So, this is from MovieWeb, this one, guys. So, Godzilla Minus One challenges the best film of the storied kaiju franchise. Writer-director Takashi Yamazaki delivers a monster attack masterpiece that transcends the genre with powerfully emotional themes. Guys, that is like one of the best reviews I've heard of this movie. You've got this here, whereas it challenges the best films of the storied kaiju franchise. That's good. So one of the best films. Delivers a monster attack masterpiece. Whenever you hear a review with the word masterpiece in it, like that's just about as good as you can get. Powerfully emotional themes as well. I've heard a lot about the human undercurrent. The story in this movie, guys, like is really powerful, kind of full of despair, emotional kind of gravitas. And that's kind of what you want from the human element of these kind of kaiju stories. So, from Awards Watch, Godzilla has been the king of monsters for 70 years. Yeah, guys, this kaiju has been on screens now for 70 years, and people are still rushing out to watch it. It's still as popular as ever. It's stood the test of time. It goes to show how, the staying power of this Godzilla character in this IP. And it's just incredible, guys. Whether you love him as a metaphor for nuclear destruction or as Japan's tourism ambassador, his versatility is the greatest strength. So, from NYC Movie Guru, a rousing, exhilarating, and crowd-pleasing spectacle with just the right amount of action, suspense, humor, and heart. That's the first time I've heard someone mention, humor in this movie. It seems to be a very heavy movie, very, drama-heavy, very monster-heavy. And it's the first time I've heard someone mention the word humor, so that's pretty cool. The Mary Sue. So, Godzilla Minus One is just the film we need. For the complicated, sometimes hopeless times we live in, the film reminds its audience that there is always hope as long as you are willing to fight for a better tomorrow. That sounds good, guys. So that's more about the sort of the human element. The Nerd Reactor. The result is the best Godzilla film since the original 1954. Wow. The best Godzilla film since the original 1954 film. Thanks to the compelling story, Godzilla doing what Godzilla does best, wonderful cast, and stunning cinematography. Yeah, guys, just from the opening of this video that we are watching, well, this video here that I've made, that boat scene where he's getting machine gunned in the face, I mean, the CGI and the creature design and the whole scene just looks incredible, guys. And you got to remember, they only spent 20 million on the budget as well, which is just absolutely blows my mind. So this comes from We Live Entertainment. Having a follow-up to 2016's excellent Shin Godzilla, Godzilla Minus One is now in the position of having to keep the good faith from the original studio's investment with this giant movie monster going. Fortunately, this film is a blast and then some. Great to hear, guys. And we've got two more left, so this is But Why Though, a Geek Community. Godzilla Minus One is a reminder to audiences why we fell in love with this kaiju, but also the universe in which it resides. Japan Times. Visually, Godzilla Minus One invokes the original film more than any Godzilla film since the 50s. But by locating itself in the past, it avoids taking on contemporary issues, more content to be an entertaining ride. Yeah, guys, so we've had multiple reviews here saying it's the best since the original in the 50s, which is just absolutely mind-blowing, guys, which is, it's just great. This director has done a phenomenal job. I mean, just looking at this picture here, I mean, look at this design of this Godzilla here. It's just absolutely incredible what they've done with a $20 million budget. It's just ridiculous. It puts those 100 plus, 200 million plus, massive tentpole movies to shame with what they've done with this. It's just incredible, guys. But yeah, so there we are, guys. 12 reviews, sitting at 100%. As more reviews come in, guys, as it says in the article, the score could fluctuate, but I don't see it dropping below 95%, 90% at least. It's going to be 90 to 100% when it's all said and done, guys. And it absolutely deserves it from what we've seen. It looks incredible. Cannot wait to see it, guys. Got to wait until the 15th. So I've got, about another 3-4 weeks to go until I can see it here in the UK. Obviously, you lucky people in the US get to see it on December the 1st. So you've only got a week, which is, I'm dead jealous. But yeah, guys, have a great time when you go and watch it. Find the biggest screen you can find. And thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think about this. Did you expect it to receive 100% Rotten Tomato score, or did you expect another score? Let me know what you think, guys. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon.